I'm like still a child. I'm a diehard High School Musical fan. I'll call her right now.
I would never have guessed that.
You would never have guessed it?
No!
See? I've been keeping it under the wraps.
Aren't you worried about what we're gonna have to tell people if we get back? This place will follow us for the rest of our lives.
How did we eat Jackie? Like how was that scene?
Oh, right,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, what was that like to film?
What were we eating?
What we were eating when
Yeah.
Jackie scene, and
Yeah.
then what we would bring if we were in the wilderness.
Yes, absolutely.
For that amount of time.
Nothing would help me.
Who do you think could survive in the wilderness?
Yeah.
Like, what would you do to survive?
Yeah.
Who would survive
Mm-hmm.
in real life?
Oh, yeah. Who would really survive in the wilderness in
Yeah.
real life? Yeah, that's a common one.
Who's Pit Girl?
Who's Pit Girl? That's like since like the beginning of time.
Yeah.
I keep getting asked like what prep Melanie and I did, and I always feel like I have such a lame answer because the answer is we didn't prep together. Like we're just friends in real
We're just so
life.
naturally talented that we don't even need to
but-
speak to each other.
This junket, the questions have been more about like what's going on with episode 4, as things we've been asked about.
What's it like without Juliet is the big, and I always, there was a phase where I was answering that specific question and started tearing up. And it was just about like the absence of your character, yourself, because I grew up with the character. So it's sad. It is really strange, and I didn't think it was gonna affect me in that way.
Yeah.
Endgame.
Oh, what? You can't steal mine that I already said.
It was so
Wow,
good I
that
stole
was a
it.
savage move. Okay, I'm gonna go savage. Yeah.
Okay.
It's so satisfying.
It is a satisfying season.
Really, like in so many ways. Like, you know,
Gory.
no double entendres at all. No.
When we were in Brazil, we were saying gory and gay.
Yeah,
So that's this season.
it's our show.
Every interview we have together, I'm like, Fiona Apple. I'm just gonna say any Fiona Apple. Fiona Apple is my god. And I'm just gonna say it again, Fiona Apple, Elliott Smith. I feel like everyone knows that about me already. I'm just repeating myself. What about you?
Moulin Rouge is like my one of my
love.
fair movies of all
Love.
time. I have a tattoo of Come What May.
You do?
Yeah, Come What May.
fair.
Yeah, I just love that movie so much.
His belt too. Even if it was auto-tuned, I was like,
So
God
so handsome. Oh my gosh, so good. I may or may not have saw him in real life recently, and I kind of like went to go chase him, and then I got scared and
Yeah,
decided
I
not
would be
to.
scared too.
Yeah, my husband was like, "Stop, stop running."
I really love F1. And then what else am I dying for?
I'm like still a child. I'm a diehard High School Musical fan. I'll call her right now.
I would never have guessed that.
You would never have guessed it?
No.
See? I've been keeping it under the wraps. I've never played it before. Seen what?
Right.
Remember we go watch hockey and I was very invested and I
Oh my
once
God, I
cried
know.
because Florida won the Stanley Cup against the Montreal Canadiens and I cried.
I know. In season 1, we were filming during the Stanley Cup Finals, and it was
Yeah.
like my team, the Tampa Bay Lightning, against the Montreal Canadiens,
Yeah.
and it was like my hometown team versus your hometown
Yeah.
team,
And
and
we had to
Sophie took it so personally. It was like me
I
versus.
was crushed.
Yeah, I don't know. It was kind of pathetic, but you
I've
know.
hated you ever since.
Well, there you go.
Part of what I think is so cool about the audience response to this show is that it's an audience response that I think I would be having if I wasn't in it. Like,
Oh, yeah?
yeah, I've always thought that I'd be watching this show if I wasn't in it. That was part of the reason I wanted to do it so bad in the first place.
That's cool.
And when I read the pilot, I was like, I'm gonna watch this or I'm gonna be in it. It's gonna be one of the two things. Yeah, I mean, I experienced that as an audience member myself. Really into Severance at the moment.
Yeah.
Really loving Severance. And then music too, yeah. But I guess for music for me is more individual, whereas like I love talking to other people about TV and film.
Oh, interesting. I'm a ride or die fan of my friends. Like, I will absolutely go to bat for all of my friends. And sometimes I think I should be an agent because
You'd be a good one.
handing out jobs left and right.
There's this band Lolita Storm that's very female rage oriented. It's digital hardcore and it's just like screaming about a lot of timely topics, abortion, and a lot of terrible, terrible, sad things that felt appropriate for this show.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the complete opposite. We're Please, Please, Please by Sabrina Carpenter.
That was always sung on set,
yes.
to be honest.
Meow 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 by Sophie Thatcher. Made it. And Billie Eilish. Pretty much anything that was popular at the time. And then I was just listening to a lot of nurseries because I was pregnant and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to be singing to my baby while he was in the womb.
Aww.
So yeah, and Taylor had just come out with her album, and I was annoying everybody by singing a lot of that too. So
I think like trickle down secondhand smoke effect for Taylor Swift, because Candace is like such a diehard Taylor Swift fan that like I could not avoid it in any way whatsoever, which was fine. I like Taylor. She's great. I was very into Noah Kahan for some reason.
I love Noah Kahan.
I know, it's unbelievable. I don't know why. I mean, he is like getting big now, right? He's like
I
blowing
know,
up.
and all my friends in Vancouver saw him at like tiny venues.
Really?
That were like very intimate and personal, and now he blew up, and now I'll never be able to see him.
I know. I saw him in Nashville at like an amphitheater. It was so great. He's amazing.
As I was leaving my room this morning, I had Fiona Apple playing, and I accidentally bumped it up to 100, and we're like, all right, let's go, ready to go for Yellow Jackets. Yeah, so Fiona Apple, it's definitely always some Elliott Smith.
When I'm prepping, I do really bad at like listening to music first. I don't know. I get so lost in music that then I'm like I just lose focus.
I love music. I think you can go either way, but I find it so integral for me when I'm in a scene to bring me to another level.
That's cool. Mm-hmm. She's cooler than me.
No.
Okay, mine was actually not music, but Courtney turned me on to Live and Die in LA, which is a podcast. And we would often drive in together and we would watch it, and we would kind of get spooked out because it was like 4 a.m. We would drive through like the mist going into like
I know, it's a spooky podcast.
Yeah, and it was kind of eerie and creepy, and so that's what I was kind of like listening to all season.
I didn't make a playlist this season. No, I really went a different route. I was very into my hands and making art with my hands. I took a lot of art classes, did some cooking, but yeah, I was doing a lot of painting and drawing. And I mean, I do think that it's reflected, the state that of filming the show is reflected in my drawings on set. They're very like, like kind of dark and intricate and like a lot of shapes. And yeah, that was more what I did this season.
I made a playlist again.
Do you do that for every job?
Not for every job, although I've loved doing it so much on this that I think I'm more likely to going forward. But for this I have, because it's been, like, it's just so clearly, like, music's such a big part of it. 90s music is such a big part of it.
Yeah.
It's like, the show's a period piece, technically. You know, it's sort of
That's
about
true.
building
Wow.
a world. I give myself, like, a couple of cheat slots on the playlist every time to include songs that are, like, not from the 90s. And the one that I was listening to the most this time was Star Witness by Neko Case. And then I've been trying to find an excuse to put some Bruce Springsteen on a van playlist the whole time.
What do you mean an excuse? It's your
Because-
playlist.
No, but it has to fit with like what's going on in the show.
Okay.
And but he's from New Jersey, and so is she. I'm like, well, Van would like Bruce Springsteen, obviously. And
Yeah.
this season, I finally found an opportunity to do it.
When are you going to share it?
At the end. At the
Okay.
end. Like
Cool.
once the final episode airs, I'll put it out.